Hello everyone and welcome back to Art Smart. This is Kevin Hogan. Today we're going to be going over this interesting book. It is The Art of Minnie Mouse. I say it's interesting because you don't see a whole lot of Minnie Mouse stuff out there. Other than, of course, if you're at like Disneyland or World where there's tons of merchandise. She's not a character that has been particularly celebrated over the years as the big boys of Disney have gotten a little bit more of the attention. Donald, Goofy, Mickey, and of course a little bit of Pluto. Now, this particular book is focusing in on how Minnie Mouse has inspired artists over the years and people that have taken to the character's femininity, and also just that stark black and white look of that early Minnie Mouse creation. This particular book walks you through lots of prints and works of art, many of which have been sold in galleries. Some of these are digital prints. This one is a little girl who's been inspired by Minnie Mouse as she's being photographed here. You have slightly more fine art that is done in this particular piece, and so forth. You just have many examples of how people have been taking the form of Minnie Mouse and using it in their art. Now, it is a relatively new concept for people to take these commercial images and turn it into what is considered to be relatively serious art. It's a reflection of the fact that our society now is both being influenced and commenting on the corporate culture around us. And so it is kind of a hot topic right now in art. So this is a relatively hot topic type of book. Now, for my personal opinion, I do not find this to be a very influential bit of art. In my own personal taste, in my own personal eye, I don't find this art to be something that I would want to purchase for my home. But that's not necessarily how all people are going to feel. And I think this book is trying to point out the fact that there are people out there who do take this new mindset of art fairly seriously. Let's celebrate the corporate culture. I do think that this book is a little confusing in the fact that a lot of people that might pick this up might think that this is celebrating the history of the character, and it is not. This is art that is inspired by this particular character. So if you're going to pick up this book, please be aware of that. Don't buy this for someone who likes the mini cartoons thinking it's going to talk about the cartoons. It really does not. There is a brief kind of introduction here in the beginning. I mean, extremely brief, but for the most part, it just rolls with these images that have been presented over the years. Oh, and this is also just a brief mock-up of the early cartoons. But in general, the vast majority of this is Minnie Mouse art. So if you are interested in this new direction that art is going in, which is looking at the corporate culture and making comments on it, I think this is an interesting book. If you're not really interested in that, if you just like the character in and of herself, you may want to skip this particular book. And it's not terribly expensive either. I think it's, I was wrong. It's $40. That's a bit more than I'd spend. So keep that in mind. It's $40. Have a great day, everybody, and make sure you continue to art smart.